Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. The idea of God, infinity, or spirit stands for the possible attempt at an impossible conception. I was never really insane except upon occasions when my heart was touched. There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in the proportion. From childhood's hour I have not been. As others were, I have not seen. As others saw, I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality. All religion, my friend, is simply evolved out of fraud, fear, greed, imagination, and poetry. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. It is by no means an irrational fancy that, in a future existence, we shall look upon what we think our present existence as a dream. Beauty of whatever kind, in its supreme development, invariably excites the sensitive soul to tears. I have no faith in human perfectibility. I think that human exertion will have no appreciable effect upon humanity. Man is now only more active, not more happy, nor more wise, than he was 6,000 years ago. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. The true genius shudders at incompleteness, imperfection, and usually prefers silence to saying the something which is not everything that should be said. The death of a beautiful woman is, unquestionably, the most poetical topic in the world. Science has not yet taught us if madness is or is not the sublimity of the intelligence. I would define, in brief, the poetry of words as the rhythmical creation of beauty. That which you mistake for madness is but an over-acuteness of the senses. The boundaries which divide life from death are at best shadowy and vague. Who shall say where the one ends, and where the other begins? Now this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded. There are chords in the hearts of the most reckless which cannot be touched without emotion. Every moment of the night forever changing places, and they put out the starlight with the breath from their pale faces. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled, whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence. True, nervous, very dreadfully nervous I had been, and am, but why will say that I am mad? The disease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed, not dulled them. Above all was the sense of hearing acute. The fury of a demon instantly possessed me. I knew myself no longer. My original soul seemed, at once, to take its flight from my body, and a more than fiendish malevolence, gin-nurtured, thrilled every fiber of my frame. And darkness and decay and the Red Death held illimitable dominion over all. In beauty of face no maiden ever equaled her. It was the radiance of an opium dream, an Aryan spirit-lifting vision more wildly divine than the fantasies which hovered about the slumbering souls of the daughters of Delos. Experience has shown, and a true philosophy will always show, that a vast, perhaps the larger, portion of truth arises from the seemingly irrelevant. Even with the utterly lost, to whom life and death are equally jests, There are matters of which no jest can be made. The 99 are with dreams, content, but the hope of the world made new, is the 100th man who is grimly bent on making those dreams come true. A man's grammar, like Caesar's wife, should not only be pure, but above suspicion of impurity.